Here from Lagos, Nigeria, went out to the University of Houston where he starred for the legendary Guy B. Lewis for 3 seasons, led the Cougars to the Final Four 3 times. He was an All-American 2 of those 3 times. Then he came to the NBA for 17 seasons. An All-Star with the Houston Rockets, the NBA all-time block shot leader, and just recently moved into number 7 in all-time NBA scoring by the legendary Oscar Robertson, and now he's got Elvin Hayes in his sights. Rockets lead this series all-time 8-4, including a 5-1 advantage here at Compaq Center. However, the last 3 games have been decided by a total of only 14 points. I know Lenny wouldn't want me to talk about this, but a loss by Toronto tonight will tie Miami and Cleveland for the second longest winning or losing streak of the season at 12 games. Houston has the longest losing streak. That was 15 earlier this season without Steve Francis. Kenny Thomas,
you know, it's interesting. I talked to Lenny about his losing streak before the game, and I was the one doing all the talking.
Yeah, what is it? Who likes to talk about it?
Well, you know, but one thing he understands, you got to take the bitter with the sweet. He's had some sweet days, so he's going to weather this storm.
Lenny knows more than anybody about that. As many years as he's been in the league. Bounce pass up ahead. Kenny Thomas. Steve Francis with a beautiful assist. Got a little electricity in the house tonight, and I always like that. It's kind of been missing lately, of course, with the Rockets' record. But with Akeem in the house, the crowd got here early tonight. They've got the clappers in hand, and they're ready to go. Well, there's a good player. Antonio Davis, year in and year out, gets the job done. Big physical guy, averages almost 10 rebounds a game. And Kenny thought the referee, I guess, was on his team. We're playing with 2 officials tonight, by the way. Bill Spooner and Gary Zielinski are the officials. Blaine Reichelt was supposed to officiate tonight's game, but he got food poisoning.
Well, that'll make you sick. That'll put you on your derriere for a couple of seconds.
Blaine's got to quit eating 4 or 5 times a day. There's Vince Carter.
Now you know you're wrong. Now you know he's sitting up there in the hotel, sick as he wants to be, and you making fun of him.
No, I'm sorry.
You're making fun of him.
I'm sorry,
It was the 5th meal that got him.
Yeah. Reichelt, one of the best officials in the NBA.
Oh, clean it up. Clean it up.
Well, he is. We're going to miss him tonight.
Yeah, he's a good one. I don't want him.
Stevie with a miss and Olajuwon with a rebound. Team's numbers, of course, haven't been that impressive this year as he missed 19 games with assorted injuries, mostly a quadriceps muscle. And there's Cato with a rebound. Stevie gets a pick from Kelvin Cato, goes around the corner, and a tripping foul on Peterson.
Now, Steve has got to be very careful about that one particular situation. All the guards in the league recognize that he can turn that corner, and they're all trying to take the charge on him now, trying to get him into foul trouble.
Walt Williams in the starting lineup tonight, and he was brilliant on that road trip. There's Mobley with a tough jumper short, and Carter with a rebound. Carter has been slowed. You'll see that left knee taped, and also he's had that quadriceps problem. He hasn't been able to jump, and Carter without jumping, well, looked pretty good to me there. They say he's been grounded a little bit, and when a great athlete like Vince Carter doesn't have his wheels, Calvin, he's really in trouble, right?
Well, the great ones find a way to succeed. The crowd wants to see his legs in best of shape, obviously, because of his athleticism.
Walt Williams releases a 3, barely got there, and Steve stole the rebound off the floor. Takes it back in, laid it up for Cato, and he's fouled by Olajuwon. Steve showed that he's a smart young player. He saw Akeem coming towards him, the all-time shot blocker in NBA history, so he laid it off for Cato. Well, Kelvin Cato looked to me like he'd turned the corner. About a month ago, he strung together 8 games in a row of double-doubles. But he had a poor road trip. Didn't play very well, and so I hope he can bounce back here tonight.
Well, you know, you got to look at the positive side. After the Laker game, he can't play any worse. Well, that was not one of his best outings, and he knew it. Now, a athlete with pride is going to come back strong.
Yep.
And this is a good time to do it right now. You got a packed house, and he has a chance right now to redeem himself.
He did not score in Phoenix and did not score in LA. So he was 0 for the road trip. Alvin Williams was cut off by Cato, and Vince Carter hits a three.
Now, they allowed Alvin Williams to go 94 feet without anybody stepping in front of him and making him go laterally, and he was able to create going to the basket. He even had a layup in that situation.
Toronto on a 9-1 run. Well, it's no secret now the Rockets are about the worst defensive team in the NBA, and that's hurt them all year long. When they're shooting, they can outscore some people, but it's hard for them to stop folks. Francis puts it up and in. The Rockets give up 46% shooting to the opponent, and that's right at dead last in the NBA. You give up 46%. That's a lot of points normally.
And see, that's not counting free throws.
Boy, Carter's ready tonight, isn't he? He has not missed. Vince Carter 4 for 4 to start the game. 9 points. Kenny Thomas got it. Boy, he's been playing well all year.
You know, he does a nice job playing within inside his game. He doesn't try to do anything that's not of comfort to him. And because of he's been able to score. Do I recognize a zone when I see one?
Well, maybe the Rockets ought to get in one defensively.
No, they need to get 5 players guarding them right now.
Carter has the last 11 points. They only have 13. Steve put it up and thought he was fouled. He's arguing with the official, and while he's arguing with the official, Toronto goes 5 on 4, but a good pickup. They go down to Olajuwon now. Fade away, giving it up. Good catch by Morris Peterson. Antonio Davis. Now see, he had all day to set and fire. Nobody ran at him.
That causes a defensive problem. Is that what you're saying?
Very uninspired defense by the Rockets lately. And, what can you say? 7:17 left in the first.
We need 2 fans. All right? Hey, Prima Car! Get off the ice! It's more like Prima Donna Car! Hey, does anybody know the Russian word for loser? It's Prima Car!
Ladies and gentlemen, visiting from Western Russia, the parents of right winger Alex Primakov.
Want to get away? Now you can. Fly Southwest Airlines for just $39 to $99 when you purchase by March 18th.
You are now free to move about the country.
Clutch, what the heck are you doing? It's time for practice. Okay, Clutch, let's see what you got. Not bad. But let's see how little Clutch does. Oh, guys, look at this mess. It's time for practice. Hit the showers.
First 5,000 fans through the door get a Clutch bobblehead, courtesy of Reliant Energy.
Because of a nationwide slowdown in the furniture business, Gallery Furniture has gone coast to coast, from California to North Carolina to Texas, and bought special purchases of beautiful bedroom furniture, dining room furniture, and living room furniture. It's in stock and on sale. We've made the best special purchases ever. Millions of dollars worth of truckloads of furniture we bought at big discount prices. They're in stock and on sale for you. Take advantage of this incredible special purchase sale. Because of a slowdown in the furniture business, Gallery Furniture saves you more money.
Toronto shooting 78% to start the game and lead at 15-9. Rockets bobbleheads are back. This Sunday when the Rockets host the Utah Jazz, you can be one of the first 5,000 fans entering Compaq Center to get a collectible Cuttino Mobley bobblehead doll, and it's courtesy of Southwest Airlines. For tickets, call 1-800-4NBA-TICKS or visit Rockets.com, and we remind you, game time is 2 o'clock Sunday afternoon. Calvin, 2 o'clock Sunday afternoon.
Why do you say it like I'm not going to be here?
Well, you know, sometimes you're a creature of habit. I don't want you rolling in here around 6 o'clock to an empty arena.
Well, I'm glad you call me a creature of habit instead of just a creature.
Well, it's still early. Francis with a crossover. That's pretty good defense by Alvin Williams, and there was nothing he could do about it. I tell you, when Steve wants to score, there's just not anybody in the league who can stop him. It's important, too, that he hits those early jumpers, isn't it?
It's very important because he plays a lot of one-on-one, and if he's taking that shot and not scoring, everybody else is standing around watching him. and you don't get any offensive rebounding or anything of that nature.
Morris Peterson with that last basket. Boy, talk about a guy they have missed. Just like the Rockets missed Walt Williams, I think even Toronto has missed Morris Peterson more, as he missed 19 games with a fractured finger, and they just really haven't been the same since. They need to get him back into the lineup and get that chemistry back. Olajuwon working on Cato. Got caught on the baseline. Alvin Williams. Rebound to Peterson, and he steps back and nobody guarded him.
Oh, the Rockets were lucky. They all ran away from him like he didn't take a bath last night.
Yeah, maybe he didn't. Williams now looking for help. Cato comes out. Wiped him out. Rim out, won't go. Cato keeps it alive, but Olajuwon clears it.
Now everything's attacked. Everything's attacked. Everything's going to the basket, making something happen. Now the Rockets have got to get back just like they did in transition and make them play a jump shooting game or a three-point game.
Stevie got a step and took Morris Peterson. That's the second foul now on Peterson. So already in foul trouble. He'll have to come out of the game. And that means they'll go to Keon Clark. Now,
Number 13, Jerome Williams.
or Jerome Williams. Okay, they'll save Clark now. He's been playing center.
Good jumper, nice shot blocker. Talking about Keon Clark. So when he comes into the game, he'll make the Rockets stay on the perimeter.
Williams a good rebounder too. He's out of Georgetown, very active. In fact, he had his best game of the season against the Rockets in this first matchup between the two, and Francis took it in and paid the price, but he'll go to the line to shoot two. Antonio Davis said, if you come in here and I foul you, I'm going to make it a good one. Good job.
Yeah, well, Steve's doing a nice job mixing up his offense. He's hitting that middle range jump shot, and then when the defense is opening up and giving him a seam, he's going right to the basket on it. Now, there's no urgency in the offense. If you can pick and choose on how the defense is playing, you can get any kind of shot you want.
In Phoenix on the road trip, they really concentrated on stopping Steve, but in doing so, they left a lot of holes in their defense, and the Rockets, Steve was content to pass off and get the victory. But in LA, he had 20 points, 4 rebounds, and 4 assists against the Lakers. You can shut him down, but with Mobley playing so well this season from the outside, you're going to, and now with Walt Williams back, you have to give up a lot of other things. Davis giving it up to Williams, reversal for 2.
Now, see, this is where weak side is so important defensively. If you're going to double team on the ball, the weak side has got to slide down and cut off that baseline so that you can't get that kind of a pass.
Little crossover by Steve, pulls up, fires, misses. Rebounder Hakeem. That's his 4th rebound of the game. Carter. Short on the shot, and Walt Williams has got a streaking Francis at the other end. He gives it up to Mobley. And the Rockets are within 2.
Now there's a problem that causes losses. No defensive rotation. Carter took the shot, nobody got back to help.
Holding foul on Coutinho Mobley, his first of the game, and the first team foul on the Rockets. Rockets commit the fewest fouls of any team in the NBA, just under 18 a game. Carter will have it on the perimeter with 8 on the shot clock. Olajuwon spinning inside. Back out to Williams, who hits the short jumper.
That's too easy, Bill.
Yep.
That's too easy. I don't know what their defensive concept is for tonight's game, but somebody is out of position because they're any type of movement to the basket in one pass, somebody's getting a 10-foot shot.
Stevie put it up. There's that little mid-range shot you like him to take, just inside the free throw line, and Steve's off to a terrific start. He's got 8 points.
Well, you know what? The best thing that happened to Steve's offensive game is Olajuwon around that basket because he's not trying to challenge. He's stopping and popping like so often we talk about.
Jerome Williams to the basket for another. Now, In that first game between these two teams, Jerome Williams had 18 points and 8 rebounds. One of his best all-around games of the season. Williams with a little fake. Set up Mobley. Good pickup by Carter. Mobley will fire. He repositioned himself nicely.
What did I just tell you a few seconds ago? No urgency.
I heard you.
Was you listening?
I was listening. I'm always listening to you. Timeout taken by the Raptors with 2:55 left to play in the first period. Toronto up by 2 on UPN 20. As we take this break in the action, it's time to power up with Reliant Energy, proud sponsor of the Houston Rockets.
Morning, Joe.
Morning.
How are you?
Great.
I'm Tom from Reliant Energy. I'm out talking to people about energy.
Yeah, and I'm telling everyone, we've lowered our rates 17%. Relax.
We're here. We've always been here.
Why go anywhere else? Just stay put. What we do is we keep it simple for you.
I think that's a pretty good deal.
I'm getting the word out.
Do you still have the lollipops?
Sure.
Great.
Reliant Energy. We're changing, so you don't have to.
Anything in the mail?
Junk. Hey, look at this.
What?
A credit card pre-approved. You know what that means.
You already have a credit card.
But it's pre-approved. What do you want? A trip to Bermuda?
The Caymans?
Yeah. Or a nice dinner out.
You know what I want? A house.
Using credit wisely is the first step toward owning a home. Call for the free guide on credit from the Fannie Mae Foundation and for a list of lenders and credit counselors.
See your Texas Chevy dealer now.
23-21, Toronto over Houston, Saturday at 7 on UPN 20. Ghouls, Goblins, and Garter Belts as Xander and Anya's wedding day approaches. Trouble is sure to follow. Don't miss an all-new Buffy the Vampire Slayer. Kevin Willis checks in now for the Houston Rockets. Alvin Williams.
Straight up now, straight up.
Inside to Carter. Much better job now. They're really conscious of Carter. And we're going to have Carter knocking the ball out of bounds. Eddie Griffin has checked into the game for Houston. So Willis and Griffin in the game.
Now Eddie owes himself a good game also, Bill.
I told him what you said about him in L.A., so he's ready to go. That time shot the ball a little too hard.
What did I say about
it? He was cockeyed. There's a three-pointer by Coutinho Mobley. He just laughed. I said the reverse bank shot on the opposite side of the glass was the one we liked.
You told him I called him Cockeye Jr.
And you did.
Did not.
Yes, you did. Don't say didn't. Tipped up and in, and Toronto controlling the glass.
What do you call that? Too much activity when you get 2 or 3 offensive tips?
Way too much.
2 minutes remaining.
Rockets gave up against the Lakers something like 25 offensive rebounds. Just unbelievable. Mobley on the miss, and Davis to Alvin Williams. Carter, the thing you love about him, he can post up. Got that great game from there. And Willis, boy, he fought hard for that rebound. Williams tried to steal it from Francis, and it was knocked out of bounds by Toronto.
Rockets ball.
The Rockets get it back. Olajuwon will come out of the game, and Keon Clark will check in. Clark. Olajuwon goes out.
Now, I just figured out why Keon Clark can jump so well. He has nothing to take up in the air with him.
Wait, go. Right.
Mobley back out to Eddie. And boy, they saw that coming. Mobley tried to go behind his back, and he passed it right to the Raptors. You get too fancy in this game, they'll eat your lunch.
What do we talk so much about? Basics?
Basics. Play basketball.
Play basketball. Now, when you're up by 30, you can do a little bit of whatever you want to do.
That's right. Marcus Haynes, there was only one.
Only one.
Steve Francis puts it up and in. Stevie with 10 points.
He's single-handedly keeping the Rockets within striking distance. Of course, the Rockets down by only a point.
Clark sets a pick, but that's not much of a pick. Davis. And 4 jerseys there. They end up getting the rebound, taking it back to Jerome Williams.
Yeah, now you can tell that Carter's legs are hurting. Carter's leg is hurting.
Jerome Williams has come off the bench and scored their last 12 points, Calvin. He's played only 5 minutes.
Are you kidding me?
Who's got him?
It happened that quick?
Who's got him? Pick him up, please. 29-26 Raptors. 8 seconds. Steal by Alvin Williams. Williams to Jerome Williams again.
Now that's 2 turnovers playing with the basketball. 2 turnovers.
Griffin got it off in time, but he overshot it. So Jerome Williams scored the final 14 points of the quarter for the Toronto Raptors. So Jerome Williams with 14, Carter got him started with 11, and on Akeem Olajuwon night, the Rockets trail 31-26.
You would do it again.